Alright, so this is my Warlock. Transmog I used. I changed the boots, pants, and gloves, basically. Whee. Um, it's mostly a spirit dump. Well, not really super spirit dump, but, putting as much as I can because it's a dual element. It's lightning cold, so I need as much elemental damage. No cunning at all, but we still at 3,400 OA without buffs. Physique is 67 to get a little bit more than we need, but a little bit more HP. Using the Trozen set, as well as the Star Fury Emerald, and the Rethal Tome or whatever. Some living rings. This took me forever to fucking farm, by the way, and I wanted a 5% Fizz Res one, but I couldn't stand farming it anymore. Like about 8 hours, 9 hours of farming just for that fucking specific one. It's like I wanted Sandstorm of anything that had like elemental damage on it, and Fallen Skies was the one that dropped, and it's like, so I got a Sandstorm of what is it, Frostbite, and a Sandstorm of Alacrity, which is fucking awful. Um, Gloves, these have really good cast speed on them, as well as elemental damage. Overload is nice. Inferno doesn't help me because I'm not using Kalidor's Tempest. These are good gloves for Kalidor's Tempest, though. Um, Boots, because they have Fizz Res. Belt, because it's the best belt in the game for Arcanist. Pants, because they're good and they have Fizz Res. Eternity, because I'm using an offhand. Best fucking offhand in the game because it gives you that -1 cooldown every so often, which when you're using Trozen and Sigil Consumption is really nice to have. It also bumps down Mirror of Erectus as well. Sigil of Consumption, maxed out as much as I can. It's basically 100% lightning and cold damage. And I've attached it to Arcane Bomb, so it'll proc that and give me that minus lightning res as well as minus OA, which makes me a little more tanky. I have Curse of Frailty, which procs my Rumor, which again makes me a little more tanky. Gives me minus cold res. Blood of Dreeg to give me more OA and health regen, as well as a quick heal, Fizz res from it. We got Overload for OA Aether res. I wanted more points in Elemental Balance to get more dot damage, but I just couldn't find a place for it. Maven Sphere of Protection for damage absorption to make me tankier. I don't have damage reduction on this build, though. That's the big problem. Mirror for immunity. Trozen's my main damage skill, which procs Elemental Storm for my flat RR. Frozen Core gives me Frostburn as well as more base damage on Trozen. And Shattered Star gives me a chance at a lot of lightning damage, as well as gives me % higher lightning damage. And the base thing has lightning damage on it, so there's no real electrocute damage on it though, which is kind of unfortunate. Maxed out Star Pack for skill cooldown reduction as well as damage and Frostburn. 14 to give me 13% OA, which is nice. 10 to give me 12% casting speed. The energy cost doesn't really matter that much. Just a one pointer, one pointer, one pointer. In the league, I would probably make this like 10 points and reduce this because this is really powerful when you have to deal with dots all the time. Devotions are kind of weird because I went because it's lightning cold, so I'm going basically either lightning cold or just defensive here. So I've got this, which is procced by my chain lightning, turtle for defensive, owl for dot damage, OA, just trying to get the amount of like purple and green I need, so I can use blind sage, and then taking Giant's Blood to give me more health regen. Armor's okay, 2100. Unbuffed, my reses are okay except for poison. And poison is only affected by Blood of Dreek. So, but with all my buffs up, I'm almost at 3,900 OA. Still under 12,000 HP, 45% Fizz res, 2,100 armor at 92% absorption, which is not bad. Overcapped on all my reses except stun. CC res is kind of meh. My damage, on the other hand, is really big. I have 3% lifesteal for chain lightning. Cast speed is 156, so it's not so bad. Cold damage is 3,200. Lightning damage is 3,200. Frost burn is 2,900, and electrocute is 2,800. So, yeah, do a lot of damage with this build. As well as Sigil of Consumption gives me 32% of attack damage converted to health, and I drop like 1,000,000 of these things because they last a little bit longer, and I only take 1 second to recharge, so I can have at least 6 or 7 of them out at a time. So as usual, let's go see our buddy Creed. When I'm running, I just drop Sigils of Consumption usually, unless something's in my way. It just lingers on the ground and kills stuff. Falls to just go running. One of the big problems with this build is it is an extremely slow runner. No movement skill, no special ability or anything like that. So it's just plod, plod, plod. Like you don't have anything super special about it. But this is my last class for the BAM challenge, so I now have a level 100 of all the class combinations. I'm going to do a review of all my classes later. Alright, run in here, say hello to Connolly. Hello, Connolly. Lightning bolt. Just drop these while he's going into his second phase, as many as I can. It is a beautiful blue color, by the way. And he's dead. The damage is really good. Damage is really good. The blind sage is really good too. The biggest problem is Blood of Dreek falling off, and in the next patch that's going to be really nice because it'll be 60 seconds naturally without any item buffs. Biggest problem is it's a single RR build, so this is the only RR I have based on the build is the 28. But yeah, other than that, it's still solid. Thanks for watching. See y'all next time.